Kelyn, what did you guys learn from last Thursday's game against Motagua that you can take towards tomorrow?
I think we were good in the midfield, getting the ball and trying to find some penetrating passes. I think being at home, we're going to attack a little bit higher, especially when we're pressing and find the ball up there. I think we're going to create a lot more chances being at home and being on this field.
Yeah, being at home, being in front of your fans for the first time in 2022, what'll that be like?
It'd be nice. It's obviously going to be a cold night. We're hoping to get a good crowd, and obviously anytime you can play at home, you want to be able to win in front of your fans, and we have some of the best fans in the world, so it's going to be great.
You mentioned the coldness, the cold factor. You know, the U.S. played a game in Minnesota a little bit earlier, and that was a whole thing, right? So can you use that weather to your advantage potentially?
It's definitely not going to be that cold. I think that was a little bit extreme of circumstances. It's going to be cold here, yes, but it's not going to be devastatingly cold. So hopefully it doesn't play too much of a factor, but we're obviously training in it every day in the mornings. It's something we're very used to.
You guys obviously put a lot on Champions League, and now it seems like it all comes on to this game. So how much pressure do you feel right now going into this one?
You know, these kind of tournaments, you have those home and away games. I thought it's obviously we didn't score a goal, but we got a good result in the sense that we got zeros, and now we have a chance to go through on our own terms at home. So I think that's a good thing for us. And these kind of tournaments, like I said, with those home and away games, it's about performing each game and having a game plan for that. So we're excited that we have the chance to kind of write our own history to the next one.
Was there anything that surprised you about the last match or them, Motagua?
No, I think they're a quality team. I think they have some good attacking pieces. They're obviously good on set pieces and crossing into the box. So I think we handled it fairly well. I think they got a chance or two. One that hit the crossbar, obviously off a corner kick, but we just got to clean that up. And from then on, I think, like I said, it's nice to be able to be at home and be on our field and to have our way and play our game in front of our fans. And hopefully that is going to excel for us to go to the next round.
When you change positions in a game, the uniqueness of that, can you just, how are you able to see the team differently, the opponent, right? Because you're in the back and then you're in the front.
Yeah, no, it's different. Honestly, for me, you can adjust the team and how they're kind of playing. If you're going against the guy you were just defending, that's a little easier. But if you switch sides like I did in the game, I wasn't really paying attention all that much to Alex's side because I was worrying about mine. But it's more of my mentality than anything. You go from a defensive to an attacking position. Your first thought is always defense first because I was in the back for so long. Vice versa as well. If I'm in an attacking position, I've got to make sure I'm thinking defense first when I move back. So it's a mentality that I've kind of gone through in the past 5, 6, unfortunately 7 years. But it's kind of fun to be able to learn quickly in the next 2, 3, 4 touches that I've got to change my mindset.
And when you guys are attacking, you're not going to give us the X's and the O's, but how important is it, or what is the mindset being compact when you're pressing up top in terms, especially the midfield and linking up with the forwards?
Yeah, I think, and some of the best players and coaches will say this, that the defense and the press starts at that number 9. It starts up top. So whichever way they're forcing the guys, we have to make sure that we make it predictable as possible. So our back line can push, our midfield can push and create space as we leave the farthest guys. Because if they do hit those balls, those are wonder balls, and we should have time to come back and cover for that. So for us, it's going off of Nico, off of even Christian when he pushes forward, Obed when he pushes forward, to make sure that we can cover their spaces, but we have given them the freedom that they can go. That's what makes us so great in the pressing.
Classic soccer, you're home, they're on the road. How important is the first 15 minutes of the game, or is it?
No, I mean, look, you want to go into a game, especially because this is our second real game that we've played. We want to make sure we start well, because if you don't, that's tough to get back into mentally. Just in your second game, you can be sloppy, but you can't be mentally sloppy. So yeah, that first 5, 10, 15 minutes are going to be huge, but also those last ones, we say it all the time, but especially these first few games, those last 5 minutes and the first 5 minutes of the half. Those are huge. Those are crucial, because that's when minds do kind of go a little bit. Fitness goes a little bit because you've run so much. You got to make sure that those in these beginning of the games, these first 5, 6, 7 games, you really got to focus on those.
You said in the past that your preferred position is just on the field. Do you enjoy the challenge of playing in a bunch of different spots and being versatile?
Yeah, like I said, I kind of get to play a game with myself. Kind of play mental game where I can kind of switch back forth of, okay, now I need to have an attacking mindset. Now I need to have a defending mindset. It doesn't always work out. It doesn't always mean I have these amazing games at different positions. But as long as I can be solid and be a positive contributor to the team, I'm happy to do so.
The importance to having the fans tomorrow to cheering you guys.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, no fans. Last game was very tough. It's quiet. It's there's nothing really getting you going, especially away from home and in that atmosphere. So we're happy that we're able to be back in front of our fans. And like I said, there's no place like home. And for us, we have some of the best fans in the world. We want to make sure that we can win for them.